Hello, everyone. My guest today is OJ Lopez. He's a Filipino by birth, architect by training, salesman by vocation, Catholic by faith, and family man by commitment, humanitarian by choice. After three heartbreaking business failures in his 20s in the construction and outsourcing industry, he founded revastaff.com in 2018, and now things are growing nicely. OJ, you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you so much for inviting me on your show, Nathan. It's been
You
surreal.
bet. So what is Revastaff, and how are you guys making money?
Yeah, so Revastaff is a two-sided marketplace. We have photographers in the platform, and we supply them with the post-production staff like editors and floor plan artists and CGI artists and things of that. And mostly these are people from the Philippines, Vietnam, and India. And most of these real estate photographers are in the US. So we have about 20 photographers in the platform and about 30-ish editor staff on the editor side and the drafter side, things like that.
So one side of the marketplace are the photographers and editors. Who is on the other side of the marketplace? Who's hiring them?
The other side of the market is the US side real estate photographers. On the other side of the market is the editors from the Philippines, Vietnam, and India. And then we just match the requirement of these editors, whether it's going to be photo editing in Photoshop or drafting floor plans. And the end user is actually the real estate agent who would market all these properties. So we're kind of like enabling the photographers to streamline their process, to outsource their post-production work so that they would be able to shoot more houses during the day. And we take care of all the back-end stuff for them. And we charge them per photo, per floor plan, per render. And then it's just half and half for the guys on the back end. So we take a commission out of that.
So let's use a specific example. A U.S. photographer who's taking pictures of real estate here in the U.S. takes a picture. They want that one picture edited by one of your editors in the Philippines. What do you charge them for that one picture to edit?
It's a dollar retail. So if you're a new customer, we charge you $1 per photo, and each house is usually like 30 to 40 photos each house. So it's about 30 to 40 bucks for the photos. And then if they would want to add floor plans with that, it's $10 per floor plan, usually three floors per house. So three flats. So the average would be around 50 bucks.
Okay. And last month, how many photos were processed through your system?
Last month, about 5,000 photos.
Oh, wow. Okay. And how many floor plans?
So that's that's about 5 divided by I don't have the number off the top of my head, but it's usually about 400 to 500 houses each month.
So 400 to 500 floor plans?
Yeah, that's about right. Or times 2 of that. So it's average about 2 floors per house, about 1,000 floor plans.
Got it. 1,000 floor plans at $10 a pop is 10 grand a month in revenue, plus 5,000 photos at $1 each. That's another 5 grand. So you're doing about $15,000 a month in revenue.
Yeah, and then plus the VA side of things, because we do supply them with virtual assistant, and then the 3D renders and things like that, and 3D virtual tours, VR tours. We do also the editing, so it would round about 2022.
And this is impressive. I mean, getting both sides of the marketplace is really difficult. How did you sign up 20 photographers in the US?
Well, it just started with one, and I was just the one making the floor plan for that guy. And that guy started to hire photographers under him and asked us
who is that guy? How did you know him?
It's via Upwork. So we started like a freelance gig. Just me. I have an architecture background, so I just do the floor plans for that photographer, and then we offer it. And then when we have like enough team of photographers, enough team of editors. Now a few photographers churned, and now I wanted to to give more jobs to those editors. So I just started marketing by myself, cold calling photographers in the US, and cold emailing them, doing Facebook groups, marketing, things like that. And then that's where we got a few accounts in New York, a few accounts in North Carolina, and now we have a new client. Actually, very exciting stuff. Just last week, we just landed a client in California that would like triple our number overnight. They have about 40 photographers in their system. It's serving like 4 cities, but that's pretty brand new.
So just to keep this back to make sure I understand, you were freelancing on Upwork, saying marketing your skills to edit floor plans. One person found you, and then before you know it, he's referring a bunch of other people, and you take it off and you start building this marketplace.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, that's what happened. And then very recently, we started our own platform. I just got a CTO about 6-7 months ago and built an Reva staff that app, which now streamlines all the processes. Because before we were using third-party software like Dropbox for FTP, Google Calendar for scheduling. So right now it's going to be all in one place to streamline all the processes from when the photographer shot the house and then upload that on our platform, and then the editors will be able to get that on the other side of stuff and then edit it on Photoshop or Lightroom and re-upload that. And then just one click, it would now be sent to the realtor, which is the end client. And then the end client would now close the job or accept the job from the photographer, pays the photographer pays us.
Yeah, I totally understand the product. That makes complete sense to me. To understand the size of the following you built on Upwork, can you quantify that in 2020? How much revenue did you personally do via Upwork?
Well, Upwork was just 2018, and then everything was
2018.
2018, we did about 20 grand in revenue. But we started mid of 2018, and then 2019 we doubled that, 40 grand, and then 2020. We did about 120K.
All via Upwork?
No. All organic, like cold calling, cold email, Facebook groups.
Okay, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to get the story here. So you launched in 2018 on Upwork. You did 20 grand in sales. You then saw an opportunity. You moved yourself off Upwork, launched your Reva staff, and you did approximately 40K in 2019 and 120 grand in 2020.
That's right.
I see. What do you think you'll do here in 2021?
We project about 250K, but then with the new client coming in, as I said, we triple our headcount overnight. We're
looking on the team today.
What's that again?
What's headcount today?
We have about 30 freelancers on our platform.
How many are full-time employees building Reva staff?
Everything is contractor, but about 20 of them are working full-time, but they are considered as contractor, not as full-time employees.
Okay, how many of the 20 are engineers?
We have one CTO and one guy helping him out, so just a couple.
So what are the team people on the team doing if they're not engineering?
They're the ones doing the work, Photoshop and doing.
No. Don't include the marketplace. That'd be like Uber calling all their drivers employees, which is not the case. I'm just curious, how many people are on your team building Reva stuff? Not the editors, not the photographers.
Right. Gotcha. So we have one CTO and then one guy helping him out, like a project manager kind of thing, and then a couple of VAs. So like 4 people.
The 4. Okay, got it. That's great. And have you bootstrapped this or raised?
Yeah, we've been bootstrapping. It's very hard to raise in the Philippines, man. So being on your show, hopefully we'll be able to get some American dollars coming over here.
Why do you want to raise capital?
Well, the market is so huge. I mean, we're just serving about 2,000 realtors, and there's about 2 million realtors in the U.S., and we can leverage, obviously, what we have here in the Philippines, because our people are doing full-time work and they're getting paid American dollars, and it's still like below minimum wage US. But here, it's like 3 times the minimum wage here. So it's uplifting their quality of life, and we saw this opportunity that we'd be able to scale this to many Filipinos, Vietnamese, and people from India who can just go to the platform and have like a full-time career, just making photos and editing photos all day long, and they would be able to have quality of life, working from home and things like that. And during the pandemic, obviously we have like people just saying, yeah, we are lifesavers. No, we got we got laid off from our companies, and then we saw this platform, and now we were able to take care of our families and things like that. So given that opportunity, I would be good because we're already earning a 200K US and living in the Philippines. That's like we're living like kings, right? But and living by the beach and things like that. But seeing this opportunity that this can really scale. With also working with photographers.
Okay, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but again, I want to get a lot in a very short amount of time. So if you had another $50,000 today, where would you spend it?
Marketing.
What specifically? Are you talking ads or what?
Yeah, ads and salespeople. So right now it's just me like calling, closing deals. So maybe if I would be able to duplicate myself, like 3 OJs, that would
what would that cost you in the Philippines to hire another OJ?
I would start with probably just $1,000 a month for somebody to like do all those things that I can do.
Yeah, I would look at doing this deal, but let me ask you a question before I do this. If someone wrote you a $50,000 check, how much equity would you be willing to give them?
We did did a Shark Tank show here in the Philippines, and we asked for 100K for 10%.
Okay, so valuing the business at $1 million, which seems fair. It's about 4x revenue currently. Now, did you do a deal there or no?
No, because they wanted more, and it's not like a startup ish. So that's why the ecosystem here in the Philippines is not mature enough that they would want more equity on their side. And the deal was kind of like getting us as in-house team of the real estate companies, something like that.
Yeah.
So we do the deal.
OJ, I have I'm building Founder Path. We're helping founders.
That's what I want to talk to you about, that Founder Path.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've already done deals with founders in Malaysia and the Philippines. I believe that if you're building a SaaS company, it doesn't matter if you're in Silicon Valley or the beach in the Philippines. A SaaS company is a SaaS company. I love what you're building. So the way we think about a deal like yours is we would take your monthly recurring revenue, 15 grand, multiply times 3. So it's about $45,000. If you go to founderpath.com today and sign up, we could essentially get you that in under a day. So I'd love to look at that. We don't take any equity. I mean, it sounds like on the valuation you just asked for, you'd be willing to give me 5% of the business for 50 grand. I'd give you 50K. You'd have to pay it back over a year, but I would take no equity.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. We're going to do that deal.
All right. Well, we'll talk more about it after the show. So you hire salespeople to scale you. How do you sign up more? Are the editors all fully booked right now? Do you need to onboard more editors or no?
Yeah, well, the market is actually just a Facebook group. There's a lot of editors out there just looking for jobs. So if we have like overflow work, I would be spammed by editors just asking for work. Yeah. Okay.
Great. So you really, that side of the marketplace is solved. You really need to get more photographers in the real estate space using your platform.
That's right. Because most photographers, especially the ones that are starting it out, they would want to edit their own photos. But we want to tell them that no, you can actually get more work and just outsource editing. So if they are doing like 1 or 2 houses a day, and they could get like 4 or 5, and get rid of all the back end stuff and have Rev staff take care of that for them.
How many of the 20 photographers put at least one picture or floor plan through you each month for like the past 6 months? In other words, is it sticky? Do they keep using you?
Yeah. Every time that the photographer would use us, they would use us at first. They would use us for floor plans because they want to edit their own photos, and then they would.
My question is though, is it sticky? Are they coming back every month and giving you new floor plans and new photos?
Yeah, for sure. So we just started with, as I said, 1 photographer, then 5, then 10, then right now it's about 20.
Amazing. Okay, you're building something special. You're building something special, man. Let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, favorite business book.
I would go old school, E-Myth.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Right now, it's going to be Elon Musk.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building RevaStaff
Ravastaff.com.
besides your own?
Dropbox.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
7 to 8.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Wife, 2 kids.
Very cool. And how old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Last question. What's something you wish you knew when you were 20?
I was 20 that everything will be okay.
Guys, he started on Upwork, did $20,000 in revenue in 2018, helping real estate agents edit their floor plans and their pictures. He then built his own platform, revastaff.com, did 120 grand in 2020, on track to 250K this year in 2021, has about 20 photographers that are spending on average $75 per month on the platform, so 15 grand in MRR, asked for 100 grand for 10% of the business, ultimately turned it down. We'll see if we can get a deal done on Founder Path. OJ, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate it.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company, or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them, and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.